Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Samuel Scorpiolo, and today we're going to be talking about Marvel's Avengers, the brand new upcoming Avengers game coming at us from Square Enix later this year. This is a game I'm really excited for, so I thought I'd do some content on the channel, try and cover it for you guys. If it's something you're interested in, then let me know and I will continue to cover it because, as I say, this is something I'm really passionate about, game I'm really looking forward to. And yeah, today we're going to be talking about the post-launch content plans for the game, because we do know the game will be launching with single player and co-op missions, all playable in 4-player, and post-launch the game will be expanded over years to come with new missions, worlds, characters, plenty to explore, new cosmetics, that some of which will be purchasable through microtransactions. However, there will be no loot boxes. That has been confirmed. You just buy something outright if you want it, but I'm sure there'll also be plenty of free earnable stuff to come. In this video, we're going to be discussing 4 heroes who will be coming to the game as playable characters post-launch. As I'm sure you guys know, the game is only launching with 6 playable heroes: Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow, and Miss Marvel. Sadly no Hawkeye, but don't worry, we'll come back to him later. Another interesting thing we have to talk about is even the potential of a release for PS5 and Xbox Series X. We have some official comments from Square Enix on that matter, so we'll come back to that a bit later in the video, but first we've got some massive leaked information to get right into. So I'm going to start off by talking about the 4 heroes who we do now know will be coming to the game post-launch. The first of which I'm sure you guys already know about, and that is Ant-Man. And we know about this because he was in fact shown off in the original reveal trailer for the game. We did see a little teaser there of Hank Pym as Ant-Man. Sadly not Scott Lang from the movies, but it will be the original Hank Pym, not old like he is in the films, nice young version, and he will be this world's Ant-Man at the present time. Now, while at launch he won't be playable, it's likely he will play a role in the story since they're showing him off so early. However, post-launch he will likely be our first post-launch hero to join the roster of playable Avengers. I'm sure there's so many fun gameplay mechanics they can do with Ant-Man. There's so many cool Ant-Man suits they can do as well. There's plenty of potential for this character, and he opens up a whole other window of stuff they can do within the world. They can explore the quantum realm, they can bring in Wasp, they can do all sorts of fun stuff within that world. Now we're going to be going on to the next 3 heroes who will be joining the roster of the game, and these have actually been leaked to us by LEGO. I know LEGO are infamous for leaking us things for movies, but for once it's happened for a game instead. LEGO have just released these 2 brand new Avengers sets, and we do know these are actually related specifically to the game and they're not just random or tied to the movies, because for one, if you look at the Iron Man look in one of these sets, you can actually see it's identical to the one from the game. If you look at this Avengers logo on the side of the trunk, it is clearly the one they're using in all the marketing for the game, was originally created for the game, which is how we know it specifically refers to that. Generally all the characters do have their looks from the game. As well, both of these sets do feature AIM, who are in fact the main antagonists of the game, which is how we do know, again, that this is what they are coming from. Now, if we look at these sets, an interesting thing we can see featured here is Hawkeye. And this isn't any old Hawkeye, this isn't a movie look, this is a brand new look for him, and it's very interesting. They've definitely gone with what they've done with the rest of the game. They've done a revamped look, and it's quite interesting. I do quite like this look for Hawkeye a lot. I think he'll be a really fun character when he eventually comes to the game. I'd imagine he'll be the second hero to join, as I say. Ant-Man will be first because we've already seen him, but then Hawkeye obviously because he is the last member of the original 6 Avengers that we are yet to see join the roster of the game. As well, if we look at the Black Widow prequel comic to the game that was recently released, we can actually see Hawkeye is mentioned by Nick Fury in that comic, so he is clearly coming, he does exist in this world, and he is probably on the way sooner rather than later, likely in the early section of 2021. So this is one I'm really looking forward to because I think there's so many cool bow mechanics to do. Next up is one I'm sure many of you will be happy about, and I am particularly keen on this look if this LEGO set is accurate to how he will look in the game, and that is Black Panther. I mean, just look at that look. How sick does he look? It's absolutely awesome to see him joining the game, and it makes a lot of sense. He had a massive movie. He's grown an insane amount in popularity. Why wouldn't they want to add him to the game? Also, with all these characters, they're looking to add new worlds, bring in new areas to the game. Why wouldn't you want to do Black Panther then? You can bring in Wakanda. That is such an awesome area to be able to explore. and do missions within as the whole team. I think this will be one of the better characters in the game. Such an agile, fun character. I think it'll be great to play as. And anyway, our final one of these elite characters is actually visible in all of these sets in the top corner, and that's Captain Marvel. You can see her here sporting a fairly movie similar look, and it makes a lot of sense that she'd be in the game. With Miss Marvel supposedly being the lead character of the game at launch, why wouldn't you want Captain Marvel in the game? Since from the comics, she is Kamala Khan's key inspiration, so it's obvious that she would exist in this world. I guess she's just not going to be in the game at launch, but she does make a lot of sense to be one of the first heroes to come to the game. And also, she opens up a whole set of doors in terms of the cosmic setting, since none of the heroes we actually have so far are really cosmic kind of heroes. But Captain Marvel allows them to visit other planets, they could explore space, they could do all sorts of interesting stuff with her. Now we can see here, based on the lineup they're going with, they're clearly trying to draw some parallels to the movies. While this obviously takes place in its own continuity and is separate from the MCU, doesn't mean they can't go with a similar roster that will, let's face it, boost sales massively. If people can play as their favourite Avengers that they've seen up in the movies down on the small screen, we can see this from both the roster they've chosen, and even with Black Widow. We know in the first mission she'll be going up against Taskmaster in a boss fight, which, as we know, Taskmaster will be the villain of the Black Widow movie, releasing around the same time. It's clear they want those connections to exist. Now off of that, we can guess some characters and areas who might come to the game down the line, even past these 4 characters we have late. For example, Doctor Strange, Shang-Chi, the Winter Soldier, Wanda, Vision. There are so many potential characters here as the MCU continues to expand. I'm sure that's the kind of area of continuity they'll be drawing from as they continue to grow on their world. Next up, we have some really juicy stuff about next generation consoles. PS5 and Xbox Series X are releasing this fall. It's very exciting as we see this big leap in technology where graphics and frame rates can go to new levels never before seen on consoles, things that have only been achieved so far on PC. And we do actually have some comments from Square Enix about their plans for their games on next generation. It says, the next generation consoles will have backwards compatibility, so we plan for the time being to make our new titles available for both current and next generation consoles. This was said by the Square Enix president, and it is quite interesting this because it does seem to confirm that all of their current titles will be playable on next generation, because as we know, those consoles will have backwards compatibility. So this game, based on the fact that it is releasing around the same time as these new consoles, will likely not just be playable through backwards compatibility, but it will likely also get a separate release to tie in with a PS5 and Xbox Series X. We've had leaks from a Japanese job listing for Sony actually suggesting that PS5 could release as early as October. So it's likely they are going to want to get this game out on next generation. They're probably going to want a bundle there, because if people are going into the store to pick up their PS5 and the kids doing it and they're seeing a bundle there that has their favourite superheroes on it, you can bet they're going to go with that. And that is why I'm sure they're going to want to re-release this game on those new consoles. In terms of the way this game was made, we do know it does run off the same engine as the most recent Tomb Raider games, so it's very likely this game wasn't actually built for next-gen consoles. It does seem it was built for current gen, so it is likely the graphics wouldn't see a massive upgrade even if it was ported to next-gen, but even then it wouldn't need to be ported because of that backwards compatibility feature. And that, guys, is pretty much going to wrap up this video. I'm glad to have been able to give you guys a bit of a glimpse of everything we know about the post-launch future for this game. Even after the credits roll on that single player campaign, it's good to know that there's going to be plenty more to come for free in the very near future for a long time to come for this title. And we didn't even begin to touch on things such as outfits, cosmetics. There is so much more to come. We've already seen 2 cosmetic bundles that are coming to the game, the Obsidian pack that comes with the deluxe edition, as well as the Marvel Legacy outfits of these super bootleg looking costumes that look really sick, like a World War II Cap costume, really basic Miss Marvel costume, a really cool pack that you get for pre-ordering this game, digitally only, I believe. We do have so much more that we're still yet to find out about this game. I'm sure we're going to be learning some more soon, since this game's releasing in September and we know there's a beta to come before then. That's going to be really exciting for everyone who pre-orders. Will get access to that beta, and that will probably actually be coming in the next couple of weeks. We'll hear about that, likely through this whole big Summer Games Fest event that is going on right now. I'll be bringing you guys more content right out of that event as we continue to learn more. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. I'll see you on more random videos. Bye!